Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be filming my updated foundation routine video. As you can see, I do not have any makeup on and it's pretty early. The sun's still just coming up, so I'm kind of using a weird little angle. I'm going to try it out. So I have already washed my face and put on my moisturizer, which is the Aveeno, there we go. The Aveeno Clear Complexion Daily Moisturizer. I've been using this for a long time. I've mentioned it a lot of times before. It's nothing new. It works great for controlling oil though throughout the day. So I did apply that. I literally did just wake up, so I sound like I'm half asleep still. But so to start off with, I do an overall face primer, and really with this I do switch it up a lot. This is the one thing that I don't stick to one thing, but it's just whatever I have a couple things that I like. So what I'm going to use today though is that Gal, which I mentioned in a recent review I did. It's from Benefit. So we're just gonna go ahead and I just take my finger and I put about that much on it. You really don't need a lot. And I just like to put it on my cheeks, my nose, my forehead, and my chin. I don't really need to go into too many other areas. And it goes a long way. It's pretty thin. This doesn't provide any coverage or anything like that. It just kind of primes my face from my makeup and makes my face look a little bit brighter. So now I have my face primer on, and now what I like to do personally is do a little bit of my concealing before my foundation, and then I do a little bit of concealing after. So what I'm going to use is my erase paste from Benefit, and this is what I use under my eye right now. So I'm going to just take a tiny bit, and again I use my finger. My hands are clean. There, I just put a little bit underneath and I rub it in. But my hands are clean. I just don't like to use brushes. I feel that I get more control when I use my finger. So this is what I use underneath of my eye. And I just kind of put a tiny bit underneath of each of my eyes and just rub it in. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It's going to be a little bit darker right now because I'm still going to add my foundation over it, and that's going to help lighten it up a little bit and help blend it in. So my under eyes are concealed, and luckily I really don't even have that like dark of under eyes, so I really don't even need that much under eye coverage. Where is my, oh goodness, there it is. Okay, here is the foundation I'm going to be using. It is from Almay. It's the Clear Complexion. I've been using this for a few weeks now, maybe about a month now. I do like the Revlon Color Stay, but the color I have right now is too dark for me. My skin is a little bit more pale than it is in the summer, so I had to buy something else, and I wanted to try something else even though I do love Revlon's Color Stay. So I decided to try this, and this is in neutral. And what's fun is that this says it heals blemishes. And my face has actually been surprisingly really clear lately, so maybe it does help. I feel that when I do get blemishes, they do heal a little bit faster, so I think I'm going to say that's true. I'm going to go ahead and say that it is true. So all I do, again, I use my finger, even for my foundation. I just put a little bit on my finger. As you can see, I just kind of pour it out. And this one's it's a little bit liquidy compared to some of the ones I've tried. And I just kind of dot it everywhere, a little tiny bit more. Okay, just like that, and then I just blend it in. Make sure when you're doing your foundation that you get very close to your hairline, because that's the one thing that it's going to be obvious if you're not blending it very good, and a little bit down onto your chin, like up to your ear and down to your chin. But hopefully the goal is that your foundation color matches your skin enough to where it's not such a drastic color difference that it's going to even really matter that much where your line is at or where your foundation ends. Because the goal is to create an even skin tone, but have that even skin tone match the color of your skin, not have it be any darker and any lighter. And it's hard to do that. it took me a little bit of practice, and even when I thought it was, when it matched, sometimes I would notice in certain lighting and in certain mirrors, even certain areas or on camera, that that was not my skin tone and it just didn't match. So that's all it takes. This blends very well. Also, it's a very light moisture or a light foundation, but it does provide pretty good coverage. It doesn't provide extremely heavy coverage. For someone who wants heavy coverage, this might not be the one for you, but I don't need really, really heavy coverage. So I've got my foundation on. You can see that my skin's starting to have more of an even tone to it. Looks a lot, and it even looks a little bit more clear. So we've got that on. So next I do a little bit more concealing. What I'm going to use is my Benefit the Boing concealer. But I have a few things with me that I've also used in the past, some cheaper alternatives. The e.l.f. Complete Coverage little kit. This is what it looks like. It's got 4 different shades so you can blend to make your own color. Also, this is from Salma Hayek. Oh my gosh, I don't know. She's a pretty popular brand that you can get at CVS. But they're a little bit more pricey, but it's going to be cheaper than Benefit. And it's got the 2 ends. It's got this one, and with a little, it's got like a little applicator. It's more of a liquid. And then it also has one that's like a stick at the other end. And I've been using this quite a bit. But this one is probably $8 or $9. I'm going to link everything in the bottom bar, the description box that I mentioned. And I actually recently got this one in my Glam bag. If you're subscribed to the My Glam bag, they had the sheer cover in the most recent bag, and I've been using it a lot. And I got light and medium, so 2 different. This is the light and this is the medium, and I've been using this and it works really great too. I especially like it under eyes, but since I used erase paste, I'm not going to use that today. So what I'm going to go ahead and do though with the Boing is kind of mix the light and the dark to kind of create my color. And right now, the only really breakout areas I have a little bit of an older one that's still kind of healing over here, so that one's pretty much concealed. And then right over here, I have a tendency to break out a little bit on the sides of my face, and a little bit right on my hairline. I tend to break out. So wherever you need to add an extra little bit of concealing, and a little bit around my nose, I get some redness. So I'm going to conceal in those areas. Okay, so I think I've gotten all of my, right now I just happen to be real. Oh, and here's another one, Maybelline Dream Mousse Concealer. This one's been an old favorite of mine, but that one I also love. So I have just been trying, I have a lot of concealers that I like. So next I'm going to do my overall face powder, which I am using the Pure Minerals. Is that what it's called? I know Pure is the brand. Just says P-U-R on the top, and it's a mineral 4-in-1 powder. And I'm just going to use just a little brush and just cover my entire face with it, just to kind of set my foundation. And it doesn't take a lot of this. I really like this Pure Mineral powder. I'd never tried a mineral powder until I tried this, and I love it a lot. And this color, what color is this? Blush medium is what color I am. And I'm so surprised how many times I read things and they say that it's a medium shade when I feel like I'm really not that dark. I would think I would need to be a light shade, but medium works just great for me. A piece of my hair on my face. Okay, so there we go. And then I like to make sure that my chin underneath here is really blended pretty well and around like that. Okay, so that is all for my overall powder. And then if I am wearing a bronzer or a blush that day. I will add it next. And I have one of each out that I've been using a lot. This is from the Balm. It's called Hot Mama. This is a bronzer. Well, I think it looks like a bronzer on, but I don't know if you're going to be, it looks like a blush. It's got a more of a pink, but it is actually really dark pink. And once it's on, it's so dark, it looks like a bronzer to me. But I don't know if it even says what it is on it. It calls it just a shadow all in one. So you can use it for everything, I guess. And then another blush that I like is this Physicians Formula. So I'm going to go ahead and use this one. And then I'm going to use a different brush. I use this one for my face, and then I'm using a little bit longer one for my blush because it's a little bit, the longer bristles apply a lighter application. So I just kind of go over my cheekbones like that. And sometimes I go up around my eye a little bit just to add a little bit of color. I kind of like to work. Someone taught me once, or I saw a video where working in like threes. I don't know if I got the wrong impression, but I like it and I think it works just to kind of make a three on your face. So if that wasn't what they meant, then I'm recreating it and making it my own. So I'll do a little bit up here on my cheek and a little bit down here. So that, I think I missed, yeah, I don't think I missed anything. And one thing I want to mention is this last brush that I used is from Victoria's Secret. Let me see if I can show you. And I got it during my semi-annual sale haul, and it came in this little kit of 4. And I recently had someone ask me on a video what my impressions were of this kit, if they thought it was worth the full money, because I paid half off, so I paid $12.50, but it's still for sale, but they came out with a new packaging. I don't think it's like a leopard cheetah print or whatever this is. I think it's just striped for summer, but it's the same brush set, and I do like it a lot. I do think it's worth the $25 because I just use that biggest brush to apply my blush, or I use it for my bronzer too. And there's little one even if you just want a tiny bit, and then the 2 little ones I have been using for my eyeshadows. So I think it's worth it if you're looking for some good quality brushes. I haven't noticed them shedding at all yet. So that I just wanted to really quickly throw that review in there for that certain person that wanted to know about those brushes. So my last thing, I'm not going to apply right now, but sometimes I do apply the e.l.f. HD powder, and it's just a white powder and it comes with this poofy. So if I am making a video, I usually will put that on because I really don't notice much of a difference as far as just my face in general, but when I take pictures or when I'm on camera is when I notice the difference. So I'm not going to do that today, but sometimes I do add that. But other than that, this is my completed foundation routine. Those are the products that I use. I will list them in the description box below, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.